Well, happy Friday, everyone. How are you all doing? Where have you been? I haven't seen you since last month. No, I've been here. Where have you been? Anyway, time for our shoutouts and groaners of the week. And this week we have 4 shoutouts, 4 very nice channels for you to check out. And the first one is Rob Random. And Rob does some fantastic videos. He does metal detecting, but he also does some interesting pieces on events in his area. One was about some World War II goings on in his area, and did a very nice job on that. So check out Rob Random. The next one is Catherine's Plate. Catherine, like myself, does cooking videos and is very good at what she does. And she also does some things about shopping and different things to do with food. So check out Catherine's Plate. Our next one I find quite enjoyable. It's called Yestereday Today, and it's mostly photographs of things from years gone by. Everything from mugshots of criminals back in the 20s and 1800s to things that happened in the 50s and movie stars and you name it. Just a wonderful channel, kind of, if you want to reminisce and kind of look back at how things were. It's a good channel to check out. So Yestereday Today. And last but not least is Robot Kitchen. Now, you're probably thinking, a cooking show. No. Where it got the name, I don't know, but this fellow is in Texas, and he sets up hidden trail cameras to catch things that are going on. Mostly catching people doing illegal dumping, but also some other very strange and odd things. He has a piece of property with a long road coming into it, and people are constantly leaving him unpleasant gifts, so to speak. But anyway, it's just kind of a fun channel to watch to see what people get up to when they think no one can see them. So, Robot Kitchen. All right, now you're ready for the joke of the day. Well, I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to read this one because it's got a lot of numbers in it, and although I'm okay with doing math on paper or on a calculator or a slide rule, not so good up here, keeping numbers in my head. So, here we go. I've been having trouble sleeping lately, and yet I'm just exhausted, really, really tired, and I couldn't figure out why I'm so tired all the time until I sat down and started doing some math, and I found out why I feel so tired all the time. A survey was done, and I found out that I'm doing more than my share of the world's work. The population of the country is 160 million, but there are 62 million people that are over the age of 65 and retired, so that just leaves 98 million to do the work. And people under 21 years of age who are in school and university and that total 54 million, which leaves only 44 million people to do the work. Then there are 21 million who are employed by the government, the federal government, and of course their pay comes out of the taxes that we pay, and so they're not contributing to the economy in one sense, because that money's, the taxes they pay are just taxpayers' money going back in the pot. So when you subtract the 21 million people employed by the government, that leaves 23 million people to do all the work. Well, 10 million of those are in the armed forces, which means they're also government employees and busy doing things, protecting our country and fighting battles, so they're not doing any of the real work. And so when you subtract the 10 million in the armed forces, that only leaves 13 million people to do all the work. Well, from that 13 million, you have to deduct 12,800,000, and that's the number of state and city officials who are doing government work. And so the real work is left to those who are left, and that leaves 200,000 people to do the work. Well, there's 126,000 people who are in hospitals and other types of institutions. And so when you subtract that, that brings it down to 74,000 people to do all the work. But 62,000 of that 74,000 are those who refuse to work. They're on welfare or just don't want to be bothered. And so that leaves 12,000 people to do all the work. Now, it may interest you to know that there are 11,988 people who are in jail and prison. And so that leaves only 2 people to do all the work. And I want you to know I'm getting kind of tired of having to do more than my share. There you go. You can sit down and do the math on that one if you like. But whoever the other person is out there that's hauling along their share of the work, thank you much. I think we're going to have to do a little more complaining and get some more people to start hauling their part of the load, huh? Anyway, my friends, have a blessed weekend. Take care. Stay safe. God bless you. And I'll see you on Tuesday when we come up with something tasty to make. Alrighty. Adios.